What's up, guys? I'm looking at this door because after we grafted this 1956 Mercury dash in here, this door just ain't working. I don't like how it tapers up here at the end. I feel like it should flow into the dash, or the dash should flow into the doors, however you want to look at it. Like instead of going up right here, it should flow down to the bottom of the dash. Love them suicide doors. We already got a pretty good start on the other side. And we were smart enough to trace that piece before we welded it on there. I actually even made a note of where to bend it. So now we have a head start on this side that we're gonna work on today. You always gotta be like 2 steps ahead of yourself. That way, when you take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, you're still 1 step ahead. I guess we start by cutting that out. So my last camera, this GoPro 10, that thing's been used and abused. They're supposed to be waterproof, but that one took a bath in the Gulf of Mexico and didn't survive. So you guys are looking at me through some whole new eyes. How do I look? So that's a perfect fit, just like that. It's the exact same, and that's what we're going for. So remember, cars have 2 sides. That's my least favorite part about doing this. I gotta do everything twice. I have a ton of fun being creative and doing that, and I'd just rather move on to something else, something fun again. Not like this is not fun, it's just that I already did it once. So I remember when I did this, I started with one of these. 1/2 inch by 1/8 inch, hardware, stock, nothing special. And what I did was welded it to the door in that shape. I'm hoping, since I already did this once, that it's gonna go pretty easy. Easy. Window crank removal tool. This is the door panel template we made a couple videos ago. This is one of those being 2 steps ahead of yourself things. We trace the seat. So this way we can start kind of getting an idea of how we want to design our door panel. I want to know where the seat is because I want the door panel to look just as cool when it's closed as it does when it's open. So we're going to work that shape of the seat into the whole deal. We don't want anything to look out of place. We don't want anything to look like an afterthought. We want it to all look like it's supposed to be there. All right, so we got that all marked up for bending. So now I guess we got to take that door off, bring it out here for operation. I got a pretty good deal on all these tiki podum things. And all this like tiki hut grass, non-flammable. I even have a little extra.
Oh my God! Oh. Sounds horrible too.
Oh, hey, check that out. Thanks to one of our good friends in the garage, we got some more tikis. He bought that funky faux patina skateboard. He lives 3 hours north of here. There's a White Castle up there, so we personally delivered that. LT goes to White Castle. Wife's initials are LT also.
He gets the hose.
Not trying to be all douchey talking about myself in the third person. Anyway, he gave me those tikis. Super awesome. Thank you, Zach. Yesterday we took this door off. We got it sitting there. And this door panel template that we made, this is the reason why we did it so soon, even though we weren't ready. Now we know exactly how to make this just like the other side. So now I'll take our strap, flat stock, whatever, and we will weld it onto this door in that shape just like we did over here. And that gives us a nice hard edge for our door panel to butt up against, as well as bring the top of the door out a little wider and whatever. Let's prep that for some welding. Progress! Always fun to see something getting done, even if it's just something little. So looking at this other door here, we actually have it tapering in here where it meets the dash because it was a little too close. So we're gonna have to do that over here too. I just kind of sketched that on there with my best guesstimate. We'll go ahead and cut that. Then we can look into how we gotta bend this. All right, so in here, we're gonna clean that up a little bit and shoot a little bit of primer in there because we're gonna cover it up, and I don't want bare metal in there because we all know what happens to bare metal. No! So what I like to do is use a weld-through primer, but that can get a little bit pricey. And to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure how well that works. I've had just as good of luck with a self-etching primer that you can get at, like, I don't know, Tractor Supply or something. I found that it actually reacts the same way as a weld-through primer. I mean, close anyway. The idea is that we're gonna have something in there, and that's just gonna make me feel a little better. I will let that sit for a little while. Oh! Yeah, I'm over here watching the video from the last time I did this, because I don't really remember how I went about bending the top. I know that it's not just a right angle break, it's rolled over, but I used something I don't remember. So I'm gonna look it up on YouTube. Looks like I tacked a round rod to it and just hammered it around till I got the rollover I was looking for, and then cut that round rod off. I don't know what I would have used that piece, a round rod, for, but I'm not really seeing it in here. Unless it's this. Why is it bent? I got this threaded rod. Actually, you know what? I think that's what I might have used. It's got a tack there and there. And we're in the middle. Yeah, that's what it was. Piece of all thread. Threaded rod. Whatever you want to call it. I believe both would be acceptable. Threw that in the vise. I'm gonna use this dolly with a flat edge and a body hammer that's got a flat head on it. We'll just run along this whole thing, tapping it over. That's looking good, guys. But you know what? We're fighting daylight here. We don't want another encounter with a giant moth. Oh, hey, it's a new day. We got the lights turned back on. I want to get this door top done so I can get this video edited, get it out on Wednesday, and also at the same time, I'd really like the new website to go live, www.ltscustomgarage.com. You'll be able to find all sorts of extras there. It'll be the new home for Motivated Mondays, photo galleries, pinstripe art for sale, merchandise. So make sure you check that out. And check it out often, because I'm going to add new stuff all the time. Try to nicely get this out of there. I want to destroy it, welding on it. Got it. We're going to have to trim this a little bit here. I think we need to figure out how to bend these ends now, like that. That dang bump where the old door lock used to be, that's totally getting in our way. We just have to trim a little off the top. All right, moving down to this end. We got a little bit of trimming to do here. Then we can make our bend on this end, start getting some welding done. Back in Wisconsin, I wore work boots. I struggle to even want to put on socks down here. Not too smart. Trying to figure out how far in this needs to be, because it can't be any longer than it was factory, because we got weather stripping and door jam and everything else. I have an idea. We already did all that hard work on this side, so technically it should be the same, just flipped backwards. So if I set that up there upside down, I should be able to trace that one, and we can make our bends around that. Hard part is getting something in there to trace it with. This pick tool, we'll scribe a line in there. I'll tell you guys what, I'm really missing my Impala lately. I know we probably wouldn't be down here if I still had it, but I would love to be daily driving that thing down here. I'll have to build another one like that I could daily drive. 49 to 54, two-door hardtop, I think. Tap that over a little bit more and I think we'll be good, because we can finish that off as we're welding it on. Tack, tack, tack. Wait. We don't want to warp this piece that we're putting on there, so we got to take it slow. I don't like doing body work. Tack. So I just keep coming back in here and putting a tack right next to one that I already did, and eventually it'll all be welded up. Just got to take our time so we don't put too much heat in it and warp that panel. You know how bad I just want to go to town and lay a bead on that and be done with it? I've been at this all night. Just kidding, we went to the beach.
Oh, that was nice.
We got that all welded up. Now we'll give it a good grinding with this flap disc. Just knocking the high ones down, then we'll get after it with the die grinder and a roll lock disc. We got a lot of work left to do on this door, both of them actually, but that's not our job today. Our job today was to do the top, and like everything in this game, it's got to look ugly before it looks good. You know, all that stuff that TV and other YouTubers don't show you. Just keep on trucking. 3M. I've used other ones like Benchmark. I actually have some over there. They're way cheaper, but they don't last nearly as long. They're not as sharp. So I just stick with what I know is good. As always, we got some finishing work to do. Well, we're finishing the rest of that, but what we have here is exactly what we set out to do today. The top of this door matches that one, and hopefully it matches that dash. Let's check. I think that's much better. Oh yeah. All right, guys, what do you guys think? Was it worth it, or should we have left it? Don't forget, check out ltscustomgarage.com. Go to the contact section on that website, leave me a message with your address. I'll send you a couple stickers. While supplies last. Or Halloween 2023. See you out there.